All right, guys, welcome back to the session. And now we are going to be working on, we're going to continue this, just this page. We have left over for the miracle worker. Okay, and by the way, I need to show you, Judy, you were saying something about the act, the questions. This is the library for grade 8, the miracle worker, and the first set of questions were for pages 253 to page 257.
Yes,
this was the first set of pages, and the second set of page was 258 to 262, and it is uploaded on SMS. It's right here. I uploaded it on February 7th. Of 2021. Okay, this is, if you look at the calendar, this was Sunday, okay, at 8:02. So if you guys cannot see it, how all of you cannot see it, or is Judy the only one struggling, or what is the situation?
Miss, I also can see it.
And me too.
The date she can't see on assignments. No.
She can't see the actual assignment, like the whole assignment, she can't see it. Okay, I'm going to delete the assignment, okay, and I'm going to repost it, okay, and I'm going to upload it again right now that we're here together, okay. 258, 262 study guide questions. I'm going to upload it again, okay, from my 258, 262 study guide questions, grade 8. Okay, I'm going to submit it. Okay, so I re-uploaded it for you guys to do it. Okay, this was, remember, Sunday's homework. I don't know, I apologize that you guys cannot find it, but now that I uploaded it again, maybe you guys can now.
I found it. I just I went to check now.
Okay, so you can see it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Perfect. Okay, so let's pick up where we left off.
Miss, where should we submit it?
Here, you guys you could not see it previously, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem. So what we're gonna do here is, okay. Okay, I'm going to add it as an assignment. Okay, so it's going to be pages 258, 262. Study guide. I'm going to post it today, which is the 20th. Okay, so you guys have the entire break to work on it. Okay, and you guys can submit it on SMS and assignments. Okay, so it's there. And for the employment brainstorming, okay, you guys can also submit it here through this one, okay, because it's here. All right, and let me, the date here is until, I'm going to put it to the 14th, and you could submit. So this is your actual for the employment ad brainstorming, okay? So you could submit your final draft. Okay, let me actually delete this whole one, and I'm going to add the employment ad final draft. Okay, and we're going to submit it today, and it's going to be due on the 14th. Okay, and I'm going to here post the actual writing assignment. Okay, so it's going to close on the 14th. So now you can respond to the question study guide, and you can respond to the employment ad final draft on the assignment folder. Okay, did everyone finish chapter 1 and 2 in the animal farm? How is the reading coming along?
Yes.
Okay, good. So great. So tomorrow we're going to answer chapter 1 and 2 together. We're going to discuss them, and you guys will be, inshallah, reading chapter 3 and 4 starting next week. Okay, so let's go over now. Here, let's pick up where we left off. So again, we are at the boy's voice. So the first crone's voice, again, this is a staff member or someone who works at Twexbury. This is again a voice reminding us of Annie's past in this institution for the poor. Okay, and this voice, we can tell, is very mean and aggressive. He's telling the boy or the brat or the little boy, this is James, to shut up. Okay. Okay. And can you keep that brat shut up? Can't you, girly? How's the body to get any sleep in this damn ward? So the person is basically sleepy, wants to sleep, and the boy is speaking or complaining. He's in pain. Okay, James is in pain and he's complaining, and they don't want him to speak. It hurts. It hurts. So let's continue. Who's the boy's voice?
Can okay.
Go ahead. So who's the boy's voice?
I think it's Rashwani, but I'm not sure.
No, Rashwan is Keller.
Rashwan was the boy's
He
voice.
was the boy. Nur Mahdi.
Nur Mahdi.
Yes,
Okay.
Rashwan is the second crone's voice.
Okay,
أنا
so I'll be the boy's voice. It hurts. It hurts, Annie. It hurts.
keep that brat shut up. Can't you barely house a body to get any sleep in this den war?
Okay. It hurts. It hurts. Shut up, you.
Miss, can I be the boy's voice?
Go ahead.
Annie, when are you going home? You promised.
Jimmy.
Forever and ever. You said forever.
Annie drops the handkerchief, averts to the window, and is arrested there by the next cry.
Annie, you there? Annie, it hurts.
Good job. Grab him. He's falling.
Annie.
That's a doctor's voice.
A pause slowly.
Little girl, I must tell you, your brother will be going on a...
But Annie claps her hands to her ears to shut this out. There is instant silence.
As the lights bring...
As the lights bring the other areas in again, James goes to the steps to listen for any sound from upstairs. Keller, re-entering from left, crosses toward the house. He passes Helen en route to her retreat under the pump. Kate re-enters the rear door of the family room with flowers for the table.
Good job.
Super
Okay, so
ready?
now we see that he's flowers up for the table, and here we see that it's not a good sign. Okay, so Kate, supper is, all right, let's go ahead. Go ahead, Kinsey.
Supper is ready. Jimmy, will you call your father?
Who's James?
يوسف غندور يعني
Yes.
جيمس غندور غندور باين
Yes,
أيوة،
go
أيوة.
ahead, Yusuf.
But
Certainly.
okay. But he calls up the stairs for Annie's benefit.
Father, supper.
At the door,
No need to shout. I've been calling my heels for an hour. Sit down.
Certainly.
Barney.
Vinny.
Vinny backs in with the roast while they get settled around the table.
Yes, Captain, right here.
Mildred went Dorothy to sleep, Vanny.
Oh yes, that babe an angel.
That
And
babe is
Helen.
is an angel. Mm-hmm.
And Helen had a good supper.
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 Vaguely.
I don't know, Miss Kate. Somehow she didn't have much of appetite tonight.
Appetite. Appetite.
App-
Appetite. Appetite means that you know your willingness to eat is your appetite. So she's basically saying that she doesn't know because Helen doesn't seem to have an appetite. She doesn't have willingness to eat tonight. A bit guilty. Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Hastily.
Well, now,
Hastily. Haste. That means quickly. Hastily. Quickly. Say it again.
Hastily.
couldn't say the same for my pot. I'm famished. Katie, your plate.
Famished
Looking.
means very hungry. Okay, that he's deadly hungry. Mm-hmm. Kate.
Looking.
But where is Mrs. Annie?
A silence.
Okay, so what do we know? What kind of irony is this? Well, actually, not all the characters are unaware. There's one character that sitting on this dinner table that knows where Annie is. Who is that?
James?
James.
James. He knows where she is, but of course, he is not making a sign of it. Okay, he knows where she is. So now he's gonna say, "Go ahead, Hannah." Pleasantly. Mm-hmm.
Pleasantly.
Mm-hmm.
In her room.
In her room? Doesn't she know how food must be eaten hot? Go bring her down at once, Jimmy.
Rises.
Certainly, I'll get a ladder.
Stairs.
What?
He's saying here that he's going to need a ladder. Of course, Mr. Keller doesn't understand. Why can he possibly need a ladder to get to get Miss Annie from upstairs? So we know that James knows something that Keller doesn't know, which is the fact that she is actually locked in her room. So in order to get her out of the room, he needs to get a ladder. Okay, so James is going to go ahead, please. Yusuf, come on.
I was talking while the microphone is muted. I'll need a
Oh,
ladder.
okay.
Shouldn't take me long.
Stairs.
What should not take you?
Jimmy,
What shouldn't take you? Uh-huh.
Jimmy, do as I say. Go upstairs at once and tell Miss Sullivan, Super is getting cold.
Supper. Supper, guys, not super. Super is only one P. This is double P. Supper. Supper is getting. Supper is the last meal of the day is called supper.
Oh,
You have breakfast, lunch, and supper. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
She's locked in her room.
Okay.
Logged in here?
What on the earth are you?
Helen locked her in and made off with the key.
Rising.
And you sit here and saying nothing?
Well, everyone's been telling me not to say anything.
Remember, they always tell James to shut up, right? It's crazy. They always tell him to be quiet or to shut up. So now he is actually shut up, and he does not want to tell them where Annie is, okay? And or what happened with Annie or the situation with Annie. And it is of course frustrating, okay? Is this normal behavior? Do you think that James, whatever he did is right or wrong? What do you think? What do you
No.
think? Okay, can you explain why?
Because he should have spoken and said that she's and he always speaks when they say to him shut up, but the time that he actually needs to speak he doesn't say anything.
Exactly. This is a time where they actually do need him to say something, and he doesn't.
Is I complete?
Okay, go ahead.
He goes serenely out and across the yard, whistling. Keller, thrusting up from his chair, makes for the stairs.
Vinny, look out and pack for Helen and see if she had that key.
Yes, Miss Kate.
Vinny goes out the rear door, calling down.
He's out by the pump.
Kate goes out on the porch after Helen, while Keller. Oh, Nessa, can
You
you
can't.
just
Go ahead.
Kate
Go
goes
ahead.
out on the Kate goes out on the porch after Helen, while Keller knocks on Annie's door, then rattles the knob imperiously.
And I just want you to understand that they make reference to this water pump a lot. That they're getting water pump. They're getting the water from the water pump, and we need to know that this is old. Okay, this play, it takes place in the 1800s, where and this is the image that I want you to see, so that you guys would understand. All right, this is the water pump that they keep mentioning. Okay, so whenever they mention, this is actually a part of the miracle worker. This is the water pump where they go fill out water and so on. So this is what the reference is to. This is the image that I want you to, or the idea of the water pump. Okay, so now we stopped. This is again where we stopped off here. She's out by the pump. This is the pump that I showed you right now. Kate goes out on the porch after Helen, while Keller knocks on Annie's door. When then rattles the knob. Miss Sullivan, are you in there? Oh, I'm in here. All right. Okay. Did we read this part?
We read it until Miss Sylvian, are you there?
Okay. Okay. So, Annie, I'm here. All right. So we know that she's locked in. She's angry. We know that James knew where she was all along, and he didn't say anything. Okay. This is our section for the reading. So now we finished 268 to 272. So the next set of questions that you guys are going to be asked to answer are going to be pages 263 to 267. And then you guys are going to get another study guide for 268 to 272. And then finally, the last two pages of 273 and 274, we're going to read them on Thursday. And this will be the end of our Act 1, okay, for the miracle worker. And then we go into, when we finish this, you guys will see that we go into Act 2, and the play is over. Okay, so we're gonna have that left. Okay, any questions about anything that we read so far? Do you guys enjoy the miracle worker, or do you think it's boring? What do you guys think? Are you having fun with it? Do you like it?
Yes,
Yes.
It's interesting. It's an interesting play, especially that the play in your story is already how I told you. Remember, I told you guys it's already about the problem with the Holocaust, and also the same concept with the boy in the striped pajamas. So it was kind of different. Now, for the Animal Farm, are you guys struggling with it, or are you guys understanding it? Who's struggling with Animal Farm
Me.
chapter 1 and 2? Hannah?
Yes, me.
Okay, why? How are you struggling with it?
It was better يعني because يعني يعني it didn't
Well, the
have
first thing that we're going to agree to do is that we're not going to compare. Okay?
yes, I'm
First
just
thing. Because this is a different type of read, and this is a different type of read. They're both different. So, yeah, I understand. But what are you struggling with in Animal Farm? What are the things? Are you struggling vocab, grasping concepts? What is it?
the concepts, the part that, like, for example, the old major is one character in the historical context, like thing, and I still يعني I want to revise on the historical context. I need يعني revise on it more, the historical context itself يعني
Good. Yes, definitely.
so I can read it يعني so I can understand while reading يعني.
We're gonna recap on the historical context tomorrow, inshallah. I promise you, we're gonna go over the historical context again, like, step by step, like we did on the first time, because you need to understand, become more and more acquainted with the history and the names. And the more that you do, good job, Johanna, you said something very important. The more that you understand the historical context and get familiar with the names and who did what and when, you can understand the novel even better, because it helps you relate to relate the people. Okay, the relating the people is very important, and the characters in the story. And don't forget to keep up with your character tracking sheet. The character tracking sheet is very important. Whenever you meet a new animal, mention the animal's name, the kind of animal it is, whether it's a boar, a pig, a horse. You have tons. Okay, so make sure that you mention the animal type and mention all the qualities and the traits that go with this animal. Okay, we stopped last time when we discussed the two horses. Okay, tomorrow we're going to do the novel. So today let's pick up the gerund. This is your second verbal. Okay, we finished the participle and the participle phrase. We agreed that a participle shows up with a modifier. We agreed also that modifiers for a participle could be an adverb, a prepositional phrase. We could also have a direct or a direct object. The gerund is a verbal that is used as a noun. Okay, so usually here the gerund, again, we do not see it as the participle. The participle comes in different forms: ing, ed, or it could also be irregular. Okay, like the broken glass. Broken is the past participle of the verb break and broke. Broken. Okay, so here when you mention something in the irregular verb, this is also a part of what the participle could be. The gerund does not come in these forms. If you look at the examples provided in the book, as I'm share screening with you in your textbook on page 151, you will see that the gerund could be a subject, a predicate nominative, an indirect object, or a direct object, or an object of preposition. Okay, so again, we need to understand that nouns are usually come in these forms. Okay, a subject is usually a noun. A predicate nominative, we agreed before when we took chapter 4, a predicate nominative is a noun or a pronoun. So indirect object is a noun. Okay, a direct object is a noun. Object of preposition is a noun. Okay, these are the things that we agreed on. Okay, and we all know that these are nouns. So our job is to understand a gerund is a noun, and also our job is to identify how it's used in a sentence. If I say skiing down the slope, that slope was fun, you could already see that this is your gerund. Okay, here it's used as a subject. Okay, because you're going to ask yourself, what was fun? What was fun? Skiing was fun. So skiing here is a verb. It's something that you do, but here it's not used as a verb. It's actually used as the subject of the sentence. Like when I say, for example, fishing is my favorite activity. Okay, fishing here is a subject. What is my favorite activity? Fishing. Fishing essentially is a verb. How am I using it in a sentence? I'm using it as a subject. Okay, I can also have a gerund or a noun that is a predicate nominative. And usually predicate nominatives are associated with linking verbs. Please do not forget, you cannot have a direct object or an indirect object with a linking verb. You must have a action verb. A predicate nominative, remember, we must have a LV or a linking verb. Dad's favorite pastime is keyword linking verb. Okay, I'm describing the pastime as fishing. Okay, so fishing here is my gerund. It ends in ing. It's a verb, but here I'm using it as a predicate nominative. Give sailing a try. This is a imperative sentence. It gives you order or instruction, but here it's not there's no subject, and we know that this example of this sentence, it's usually the understood subject is you. Okay, so here we do not have a subject. The sentence starts with the verb right away, which is an action verb. To give. Okay, what are you giving? You're giving a try. Remember, try is my do. Okay, I am giving a try to who or to what? To sailing. Okay, I am trying sailing. Now, sailing is my gerund. Okay, because sailing essentially is a verb, but how is it used here? It's used as an indirect object. Okay, we is the subject. Enjoy again is another mental action verb. What are we enjoying? We're enjoying the actual hiking. So hiking here is a verb, but how is it used in the sentence? It's used as a direct object, which is essentially a noun. So again, subject, predicate, nominative, indirect object, direct object, object of preposition. These are all kinds of nouns. They come in the form of a noun. Let's not forget that. Please sweep the front sidewalk after mowing. Okay, after mowing. Again, after is the preposition. Okay, after is a preposition that makes mowing a object of preposition. Again, it's a verb, uses an OP, which is essentially a noun. Okay, so our gerund is very simple and very easy. The only thing that we really need to worry about is to understand how it's used in a sentence. Okay, I want you to open up your books to exercise number 7 in the textbook. I am going to stop sharing because my screen has answers. So all of you need to have your textbook open. All right, and I'm going to share with you a share screen with you the text box. Okay, and I'm going to answer with you. Okay, exercise 7. If you guys look, you guys will see that it's on page number 152. Okay, and we're going to look at the gerunds together, and we're going to try to understand how is it used in the sentence. Remember, gerunds are nouns. They end in ing only, no ed, no irregular. That's what a gerund is. Okay, it doesn't come in any other form. It comes as a noun. So exercise number 7. Okay, let's just be reminded that a gerund, okay, ends in ing only. Okay, it's a noun, and the forms of a noun are either a subject or a, other than a subject, it could be a PN, a predicate nominative that comes after a linking verb. It could be a DO or an IO that come with an action verb. Or it could be an OP, which is an object of preposition. That means it comes in a prepositional phrase. So we need to have it with a preposition. Okay, these are the forms of a gerund. So if we look at number 1 and exercise number 7, what do we think? What do we have? Exercise number 7, by the way, is on page 152 in your textbooks, in the textbook, okay? Exercise 152. So we have 7 hands that are raised, which is perfect, okay? Let's see here, okay? Okay, number 1, and please let's go with Kinsey. In number 1.
In the past, the working took up the most people time 6 days in a week. Will be working and will be subject.
What took up people's time? Working did. So working is essentially a verb. It's something that we do, okay? But how is it used in the sentence here? It's used as a subject. Good job, Kinsey. Okay, amazing. Okay, good. I'm glad, Kinsey, that you did that. That you got it well. All right, number 2. Let's go with our next Reem. All right, number 2. What do we have? It says here, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s powerful. One second. Powerful speaking helped draw attention to the civil rights movement.
Speaking.
The speaking, and how is it used?
Direct object.
Say that again.
Direct object.
Really?
I think it's not a subject.
How come? What helped draw attention to the civil rights movement?
Speaking.
The speaking. Remember, all your phrase before it was what? Was a possessive noun. Dr. Luther King's Jr.'s, this whole thing is a possessive noun. And we agreed that a possessive noun cannot be a subject. Reem's hair is pink. Is Reem pink or the hair? The hair. So Dr. Martin Luther King's Jr.'s, this whole thing is a possessive noun. It's not a subject. And powerful is an adjective. It ends in full, describing the speaking. So you have an adjective here describing the speaking. So if you ask yourself, who's doing the verb? Who's helping draw attention to the civil rights movement? The speaking. So the speaking here is the speaking is actually the subject. Okay, the speaking, and it's used as a subject. Thank you, Reem. Okay, number 3.
This one is the predicate nominative.
It's a predicate nominative when we see it after a linking verb. After a linking verb. Okay. Hannah Hamdi, let's look at number Hannah Hamdi, let's look at number 3. My sister has always enjoyed riding horseback.
Riding.
Okay, riding, and how is it used in the sentence?
What was I saying? Object.
Which
لا
object?
لا direct object.
Good job. It's a DO. Why? Because it comes with a action verb. What is your action verb in the sentence?
Enjoyed.
Okay.
Has
and
enjoyed.
What?
Has
enjoyed. Good job, Johanna. Has enjoyed. You have a helping verb interrupted by an adverb, which is always. So has enjoyed is my verb phrase. Has enjoyed what? The writing. So writing is my direct object. This is my object that comes after my action verb, which is enjoyed. Thank you, Hannah. Number 4. Let's.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Why won't that dog stop barking?
Barking.
Good girl. Okay, barking. What kind is it? How is it used? What is my verb?
What the one? Will?
Will? I don't have a will in my sentence.
And I won't.
Oh, okay. So, okay. But the verb is what? What is the dog going to do? Stop what?
Stop barking.
So what is barking?
A direct object?
Yes, exactly. When are you going to stop dancing? So stop what? Stop dancing. When is he going to stop shouting? Stop what? Stop shouting. So barking here is a DO because it's what you're stopping. Okay. Stopping what? Stopping the barking. Thank you, Judy. Perfect. Okay. And next one, let's go with Adam. Okay, Adam, please, number 5. The sentence says, I look forward to a rest after this tiring job is done. I look forward to a rest after this tiring job is done.
Tiring.
Okay, so tiring here, this is a little tricky thing because if we read the instructions, the sentence says that we can also have none. Now, Adam had agreed that tiring is a gerund. Now, who could help Adam understand what is tiring used as? It's not a gerund because it's not used as a noun. What is it used as? Who could help him? Reem, can you please clarify for Adam what is tiring used as? Reem?
Yes.
What is tiring here used as in number 5?
Subject.
When I say it's a subject,
And you mean the position of the tiring in the sentence?
no, it's not a gerund. It's not a gerund. Tiring is not a gerund. This sentence number 5, we have none, by the way. Okay, I'm giving you the answer here because I need you guys to know that number 5 is literally none. We have no gerund in number 5. Okay. My question here is that Adam pointed out that the word tiring is a gerund, and it isn't. It's not a gerund. How is it used? If I say the tiring job, if I say tiring job,
As an adjective?
what is a verbal use as an adjective called?
Participle?
Thank you. It's a participle. It's not a noun at all. Okay, it's not a subject, it's not a predicate nominative, not a DO, not an IO, not an OP. So definitely here it is describing a noun. And we agreed that the only verb that can be describing a noun is a participle. Okay, so let's go to number 6. Okay.
Can I answer?
Sure, Luji, go ahead. Uncle Ellie's specialty is barbecuing on the grill.
Barbecuing?
Barbecuing, that's correct. Okay. And how is it used?
Predicate nominative?
Good job, bravo, Luji. Why? Because it's followed by the
Linking verb.
linking verb, which is what?
Is.
Good job. It's followed by a linking verb. Is it describes his specialty? What is his specialty? It is barbecuing. Good girl. Number 7. Let's go with Ahmad Rashwan, please. Number 7. Nobody could stand the child's unceasing whine.
Unceasing?
You're repeating the same mistake that we did in number 5.
None.
Uh-huh. Okay. Number 7 is none. Can you explain why? Because what is unceasing here?
It's a verb.
When I say the unceasing whine, whine is a baby's cry, right? A whine is like a baby's cry. Okay. What is unceasing? Unceasing means something that doesn't stop. So unceasing here is a noun or an adjective?
What?
Is unceasing here a noun or an adjective?
Adjective.
Exactly, because it describes the whine. So if it's an adjective, it cannot be a gerund because a gerund is a noun. Okay. Thank you, Ahmed. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. Okay. 8. Let's go with please Hannah Durghem. Okay, Hannah Durghem. Let's go with number 8. The most exciting part of the ceremony will be the crowning of the new king.
Exciting?
Really? Exciting part?
خلاص خلصنا. Fine.
Say it again.
Crowning.
Crowning. And what is the crowning functioning as? It is a subject, PN, DOIO, or an object or preposition, Hannah?
PN?
PN, why? Great, good, but why?
Because before it a linking verb.
Good. Okay, so guys, do our novel, and then Thursday when we meet, we're going to pick up the gerund phrase, and we are going to finalize our Helen Keller Act 1. Please come back tomorrow. Come tomorrow reading. If you're not reading, and tomorrow I come with you, and the first session